problem. Come back and watch.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Genevieve, and my nursing partner is Denise. I don't know if you want to introduce yourself.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Denise.
And also our nurse from Southcoast was Richard. So we can just start off with some research that Denise had collected based on the outdoor space and what we were going for. So you can talk a little bit about that.
Okay, bear with me just one moment. I'm going to stop my video just for a sec. Okay, so I researched a bunch of outdoor spaces and sort of like the value of the outdoor space. So what I came up with was that nature is soothing, it's restorative, it's healing. It promotes stress relief, and it improves overall well-being, provides a distraction from stressful feelings. It also reduces mental fatigue, refreshes the mind. Within 3 to 4 minutes after viewing nature scenes, blood pressure, respiration rate, brain activity, and the production of stress hormones all decrease and mood improves. Hospitals have been implementing healing gardens for the past 10 years. Sorry, I have one more thing. Hold on. Bear with me just a minute. Okay, so 95% experience an improved mood after spending time outdoors, invoking more calm and balance. I also researched like patient gardens for patients as well. So for patients recovering from surgery, hospitalization, nature promotes pain relief, better sleep, less stress, and reduced hospitalization time. Humans find nature interesting and engage with the various colors, textures, lights, and sounds. And healing garden features should include flowers, vegetation, and a calming water feature. And that is all I have for research.
Right. So we both did research. She did a lot more research on so our idea was like a healing garden, and the location is obviously at Charlton Memorial Hospital in Fall River. It's located in the Lower Highland District area, and from here, our concept was based on like the secret garden, like somewhere where patients wouldn't really know that it existed, only kind of the staff would. So it's kind of like their secret place just to go and relax and connect with nature. And the areas that we wanted to incorporate were public gathering spaces, so where people could kind of sit together and have lunch and chat, kind of like a central garden area. And then also some private garden nooks where you could just go to kind of, take a breather and just be alone with your thoughts for a second. And some of the features that we wanted to include in the garden were planters, a variety of horticulture, possibly a water feature, a variety of seating, as I mentioned before, with the different areas, maybe some swings, and it would be gated. So you'd walk out and there'd be a gate there. And then these are just some inspiration images of kind of our ideas of the planters, kind of the gate idea, maybe a water feature and some swings. And going down to my initial idea for how the floor plan would be laid out. So you have the entrance over here. So you walk out from in the hospital. You'd have a gate with a cool like maybe arch, and it has like some vines in it or some horticulture on it. And then you'd enter in and you'd have these large planters in the center with some bench seating around it. And inside you'd have some vegetation. Also to the left, you'd have some lounge furniture. So it'd be more informal, just some kind of comfy seating. And then if you walk more to the left, you'd have some booths. So they're kind of like restaurant booths, but more made for outdoor areas. And all around, it's surrounded by greenery. I just wanted it to be loaded with greenery. I know that it would require some maintenance. So if that was something that would be willing to happen, then I would gladly keep going with this idea. And then surrounding the exterior would be a large fence to kind of block out the view from the parking lot and also the dumpster. And also, I felt like the gated entrance was important because there is a stairwell right over here, so it would allow easy access for really anyone to walk up into there. So having like this entrance gated would probably be a little nicer and would kind of speak to like the secret garden aspect, where it's like you open the door and there's just like this secret area. And all of our sources came from the research came from the University of Minnesota. What are healing gardens, and some other sources as well. And that concludes our presentation. Any comments or questions?
Okay, I'll go.
Thank you, Andrea.
Again, another great presentation. I love the area like that you call this a secret garden. That's really cool because it makes it special, unique. I think that that's a really great feature. Definitely you bring up a good point. If you do have a lot of greenery, like somebody has to maintain that. But who knows, maybe the staff would even participate in maintaining that. A lot of staff have green thumbs and find that to actually be pretty therapeutic themselves, gardening. So who knows, maybe they would, I'm not going to do that because I kill plants. But I certainly know there are other people out there who would probably help with that. So I think that that's great. Where would you, if you did put the swings in there, only because I think that's really cool, where would those go? I guess that was my only.
So I'm thinking like the way this is set up isn't set in stone. Like I'm thinking this lounge area, only because I didn't show it here because I haven't had it fully developed yet, but I'm thinking that where this lounge furniture area, it would have some sort of like gazebo, only because the way the building's oriented in the sun path, that area would get a whole lot of sun. So if it had sort of structure, the swings could just kind of like attach to that and be somewhere over here. So that was kind of my idea for where those would go.
Cool. That's cool. We just have to hope nobody falls off the swing.
This is Scott. I just wanted to make a comment. My colleague, Dr. Ruth McCaffrey, has been doing garden walks in Florida at the Morigami Museum. It's Japanese, and there's 12 stops that she has. And I just noodled it because I was thinking about her as you were talking about the healing garden and the space as a secret garden. And this it's a spiral bound book that she created as a guide through a number of stops. And there's what does she call it, like notes, place to take notes, blank pages with journaling for that day and that type of thing. At the Murakami, it's 12 walks, but maybe here we could think of 3 or 4 spots if people decided having like those little like a little mini journal, like the genesis of the healing garden, how it became, and then something like phase 2 or phase 3, obviously, but could be spiral bound, could be laminated if it's outside so the weather doesn't get at it. So I think that's another holistic feature, to go out, not just only to enjoy the weather, but also to have your own special journal, perhaps. Thanks.
Yeah, I love that idea.
So I just wanted to say that the idea of having like the plants and the water feature and the nature is probably one of my favorite things about this. Is we're surrounded by technology and everything that we do for 12, 16 hours a day. So to be surrounded by something versus looking at it through a window, I think it can just change your whole behavior, your whole feeling about a day. Especially on nice days like today. Like everyone wants to go outside and they want to go have lunch out there and break up their day and have kind of a change, but we don't really have that place that's actually enjoyable to go to.
Well, you can go out, but you have to look at the dumpster. And then you have to contend with the sun because it's pretty sunny, and then you go back to work and you're all sweaty, and then you're wondering if it was worth it to go out there. But a lot of people have actually been going out into this space as is, the way you guys saw the space when you came for the tour. a lot of staff utilize that space. So it would be really nice to do something with that space. It would be nice to implement all 4 of these ideas. I think they're all so great. And I really, sincerely appreciate the effort and the thoughtfulness into putting this all together, because I think that the staff are going to be ecstatic when they see this, and they're going to want all 4 of them too.
Well, we have a few more to show you. So keep thinking about fundraising, Andrea, because I think you're going to go get a juice or a smoothie and then come have it outside.
Right.
Yeah.